Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A, where we go over all latest news that happened during the week of mobile and tech and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comments section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Uh, did miss you guys over the last 2 weeks. Was unable to attend. Had a lot of stuff happen. I am getting a new full-time job next Monday, so that's kind of big for me. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see. It's more of a drive, so I'll be interested to see how much I'm able to keep up with content, everything like that. I promise to do my best for you guys, but a lot of cool things coming still this month. More S24 stuff. I know you guys are asking for that. And also about the Apple Vision Pro. Still haven't done my video on that one, so that will be coming as well. But without further ado, let's get to the news. All right, so the first bit of news has to be about the Galaxy S24 update that's coming. I, for one, am super excited about this and have chosen to wait on camera comparisons until this one comes out, because this one is a big one. It's definitely something that I would say that a lot of people have been waiting for. But let's get to one that I feel is very important to me, at least, and that is one of the things I don't like about the S24 series compared to the S23 series is the lack of vividness. It is just completely flat, more display. And, you know, what I did temporarily kind of thing is put it a little warmer, but that isn't the same as vivid. It's not the same saturation. And I really miss my saturation. I think a lot of people that buy a Samsung specifically buy it because they like those vibrant colors as opposed to the natural or neutral colors that other smartphones give you. We want our vibrant ones. It's why Samsung TVs are the most popular. They automatically come with vivid out the box for a reason. And I just think Samsung was trying to appeal to the wrong demographic, and they definitely got feedback on it. So that is coming this month in this month's update. But there is going to be a lot of updates to the camera. They kind of wanted to do a whole update all together, so I'm definitely planning on seeing that come to fruition. Definitely excited to see that. It's one thing that I have been waiting to see so much. So on the vivid side is the most important thing to me. But obviously, I'm a big fan of camera quality, so I am waiting to see how this turns out. Which I haven't had any issues with the camera per se. But I will say that I could see, like, okay, if you want a really a faster one, in the camera that I showed you guys on the camera setup video, I prioritize quality over speed. Now you can do the reverse and get a much quicker shutter. But when I did do the regular, when I did do the quality one, man, the pictures just come out so much crisper. So that's what I've chosen to do. But you can do balance as well, which is just kind of in the middle. And the idea is that the balance will be also quicker. So that's the whole idea about it. We'll have to wait and see how it turns out. But again, I will leave camera comparisons till after that update, just to have it not have the need to do another update. Plus, most people have already done the camera comparison, so how would mine be any different? Well, I'm going to have the update on what the current features are compared to the last gen too. All right, then we got this monstrosity. I don't know who at Pixel thought this was a good design choice coming from the Pixel Fold. I don't like it. I just don't like it. This is the first image of the Pixel Fold 2, supposedly, from Android Authority. They're the first ones that leaked it. And it just, I don't like it. Like, the Pixel Fold was a great design. Like, literally just, you know, make it a little bit taller. That's all we needed. We were good. There was no issue with the design of it. It was a clean aesthetic. Why? Why? The whole bar across, I think, was so much better looking. I don't know. What do you guys think on this one? I think their camera setup was cool. It was different. It was unique. The whole, you know, do across the board. I don't have my Pixel 8 Pro. It's in the other room. But, you know, the whole idea when it was just the bar across, it was their signature look. This is just, I don't know what this is. But yeah, I am not a fan of it. I will say that flat out. Now, obviously, what's more interesting with this one is that it's supposedly going to get the Tensor. Sorry, what? It's supposedly going to get the new Tensor chip, basically the one that's coming out later this year for the for the Pixel 9 Pro, which for the life of me I can't remember if we're on Tensor. I think we're on Tensor 3 now, so it would be Tensor 4, right? Someone, can you let me know in the chat? I don't know why I can't think of it. What is the processor on the Pixel 8 Pro? Is that the Tensor 3 or the Tensor 2? For some reason I just cannot remember off the top of my head. But so it's not going to get the last gen one, which is what the Pixel Fold got. The original Pixel Fold got the last gen processor when the new generation was coming out only 3 months later. So a lot of people were upset about that. So it does look like Pixel learned their lesson. And hey, this is a phone that's about double the price, so maybe we should give it a better processor. And it looks like they will do that. I just wish it'd give it a better body. I mean, I don't know. 4 is the one coming. 3 is the one that it was on. Thank you for that. But yeah, I don't know. Does anyone like this design? Let me know in the comments section. I don't like the way this one looks. I really just do not like it. That's just my opinion. And again, the Pixel could be, maybe it's an even better camera and they wanted that sensor to be nice and, big, and that's why it's such a big bump. But yeah, so the Tensor G3 was the one that the Pixel 8 Pro had. So the Fold 2 will not get that one. Instead, it'll jump to the Tensor G4. It's the 4th generation one. And that I think is needed for a phone that if they're trying to charge this kind of money of $1,800, then yeah, they should be giving us the best processor they have to offer. So that part is good. I don't know. I just don't like the look of it. Let me know what you guys think. All right, then we have this one that came out, and it's kind of interesting. This is based off a patent that Samsung just did. Patents can be years in advance. They could be the year of. So we'll have to wait and see. If my guess is, I do not think this would come out this year. I think it would come out next year. But there has been talk of a foldable roll-up or a Galaxy Fold roll for a little while now. And this design is interesting because it solves the narrowness of the phone, but only on the or only when you open it up instead of on the outside. So here's the idea behind it. So this is the Fold, and when it's folded, it's closed like this. You can actually roll it out and get a little preview screen, kind of like a little ticker, like before we had with the original Edge design from the Galaxy Note Edge, right? That had the little ticker on the side. This will be a little bit bigger. Or when you're opening it up, you can have it be a standard and then expand. This is really cool. I do like it. I just don't like it when it's closed because, I mean, I have less of a display now. So, yes, when I open it, I can have a 10-inch display, but you're effectively taking out the front display because, by the way, there is no front display. When you have it open like this, that's the front display. It's not like this is the back of the phone. As it shows right now, there would be no front of the display, which I don't understand why. Would that be a battery constraint issue? But yeah, I think this is still a little whiles off. I don't necessarily I want more of a screen. I would ideally want a screen on the back of this phone, just like a little screen right here, little 2-inch screen right there. Give me a screen. I can take amazing looking selfies back there, make it rectangular. You can do 2.5 on there, and I would be happy. I would be good. I'm totally fine with that. But I do not think this is the way. So we'll have to wait and see. But we do have some news on the Fold 6. And one is a downside and one is an upside. So we have long said for a couple of years now, there are 3 things we want in a Fold to make us really choose it completely over this phone, right? So what does this phone have over the Fold series? Well, it has a better camera. It has a built-in S Pen, and relatively it has a better battery life. Those are the 3 benefits. of an S series over a Fold series. So, that being said, those are the three things we want to come to the Fold so we can be like, yes, this is worth double the price, or not, I guess not double the price of the Ultra, but $800 more, $700 more of the price of the Fold, of the regular S23 or S24 Ultra. So, Samsung is not giving us one of them for sure, apparently, and giving us another. So it does look like that, unfortunately, it's going to keep the 50 megapixel sensor, not go to the 200, or what I hoped for was at least the 108. I hoped for the 108 megapixel that we had on the Ultra S22 Ultra. Oh, that would have been perfect. Like, that one would have been perfect, in my opinion. It's not what we're getting here. We're still getting the same 50, 12, and front 10. That's it. So we're getting those. We might be getting a better telephoto one. There's still kind of hush-hush on that one. We'll have to wait and see. But it looks like, as of right now, we'll get those three. Get those two. We'll call it a day. Same kind of cameras. Maybe not. Who knows? But the thing that we are apparently also getting, though, is it does look like we're going to have a bigger battery, at least. Because it's going to be a wider phone, they are looking like they're going to be able to fit a bigger battery inside. Samsung is finally getting the idea that it will be a wider phone instead of what we've gotten in the past. Now, how wide is it? Will it be up to the One Plus Open phone? I think that it was the perfect aspect ratio for a foldable. I hope it would be. So that would be my ideal size and ratio. If they can match that, great. They're still obsessed with making it thinner. Don't care about thinness. Rather have better cameras. Rather have better battery life. Don't know who's telling them make it thinner, but you don't need it. And I honestly wish they would just do the Fold in two separate editions at this point. Give me a Fold Ultra. Give me a Fold Ultra for $2,000, and give me everything I want. Give me everything I want. $2,000. I will pay $2,000 for a Fold Ultra with this camera, this pen, and, of course, having a better battery life. Give me that. Make it thicker. Make that. I guarantee you, Samsung, I guarantee you it will outsell the standard Fold. Unless you would make the standard Fold like 1,500 and try to split, the demographic, maybe it would sell. But I think more people would up to pay more just to have what we've all wanted forever. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, but I think that would be great if Samsung would actually do that. I think it would help a lot, but again, those are my thoughts. I would want to see Fold 6 Ultra, make the Fold 6 1,500 because Samsung, it's time. Like, you can't keep, I get it. You've had no competition. Now you're starting to finally get some, but let's face it, the Fold should be like 1,600, 1,500. It really should by now. If it would drop to that price, right? If we would finally get to that price and then do an Ultra with the built-in S Pen, with like, I get it that, it's more weight and everything like that. Then make the thinner, lighter one for the 6. Make that version for the 6. Tear it down, make less specs, make it cheaper. I think you're going to find that more people gravitate towards the Ultra that gives you everything utility-wise rather than the nicer, shinier, lighter weight one that appeals to iOS users. Because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get your demographic from, hey, this is that, but you still need to satisfy the people that every year they wanted the best phone of the year, and that used to be the Note. You have those people that still want that upgrade, and the Fold hasn't given us that, so that's what we're looking for. But yeah, that's my PSA to Samsung. All right. Apple reportedly halts foldable phones because of a concern they had. So apparently, from this tipster, that Apple has stopped doing foldable testing for the time right now because they are afraid that Samsung displays, the main ones that are doing foldable displays, cannot pass their stress test, and they failed it. So they just like, whoa, wait, let's hold off on this kind of thing like that. Now, I think it's kind of interesting that this would be it because obviously we have Samsung phones out in the wild. We have Samsung phones that have sold 5 million plus every year, right? It's not when the first Fold came out, right? It didn't even sell a million that year. We have flip phones, we have foldable phones, we have many, like we have probably 50 million plus foldable phones out in the wild right now. So the fact that they are saying that it doesn't pass the test is kind of interesting because, like, don't get me wrong, an iPhone foldable phone will outsell the Samsung Fold right now. Absolutely, Samsung Fold isn't where it needs to be. Like I said, if they would split like that, I think it would be much better. But until they do that, I think that's what we're getting. So yeah, that's really interesting to see how it will happen. But that's where I'm at with it. That I don't know what kind of tests they're putting it through because there is definitely enough foldables out in the market that you can reference right now that would sell more combined than the first iPhone foldable. So it's interesting to see how that'll go. But yeah, I'm very curious. This was a rumor that that basically like, oh this just happened. Take it with a grain of salt because I find that interesting that it would have an issue when, again, we've seen the phones out in the wild for many years with every kind of test you can think of because people are doing whatever they want to their phones. So I have a hard time believing this rumor, but maybe, whatever test they put it through, it failed. All right, then before we get to your questions, which I am going to get to, we have a conversation about OpenAI's Sora. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, OpenAI is the company that Microsoft has put a lot of money behind. It is the company behind ChatGPT, and pretty much, in effect, started a lot of the AI revolution over the past year. Like, they are responsible for it, for sure. So, that being said, they have just released a new AI, and it is called Project Sora. And they shared it on Twitter. I reshared it, by the way. If you go to my page, you can see it. It is insanely good. It is insanely good. Especially like MKBHD did a video a year ago. AI video was terrible. AI video was god awful. God awful. It was laughably bad. So horrendous. All this kind of stuff. And Project Sora isn't perfect. It's not perfect. But in a year's time, how good of an upgrade it was, it's insane, guys. It is absolutely insane. And the main reason I want to talk to you guys about this is because I feel like as a tech enthusiast, and for people that, if you're watching this show, you obviously stay up to date on tech, you should know this exists because it really can like trip you up of that these videos were entirely fake. All they were was text to video. Someone made a prompt and AI generated this video. The reason why that's so important is because of the fact, of course, that, this could be used for very bad things. Like, very bad things. And one thing that luckily pretty much all AI companies are agreeing to is having stuff in metadata that you cannot remove when AI generation is used. So that is one of the biggest things of like that I would like you guys to realize, like, if you're ever seeing something and you're not sure if it's real and if you're not sure if it's fake, and it could even be of a person, right? Like it could be of a human being, and it could be a lie of that human being saying something, that human being doing something. I just want you guys to be aware of it because this is scary to that point where it's like, God, like if I would send this to my mom, right? She wouldn't know it's fake. She wouldn't know what the things to look for. She wouldn't know like this guy in the background was walking all weird, or AI just for whatever reason has a hard time with fingers and hands. And if you look at fingers and hands, usually you can tell it's AI because it's not quite good at that yet. Like they don't know what they do this a lot, and they go back and forth like this a lot because they don't know what to do with hands. So yeah, it's just so you guys know that this exists and keep your eye on it. I will continue to update you guys as this gets better. Right now, they have restricted this entirely. Like, it is open to very few people right now, beta testing it and more of an alpha test, really. But just want you guys to know that this exists. Again, if you go to OpenAI's Project Sora, you can see all about this. It's a lot. So, yeah. All right. Let's get to your questions, guys. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comments section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. All right, guys, let's go ahead and see what your questions have been. Let's scroll up to the top. How are you doing today, Ricky? I am doing good. When are you going to do the eye tracking video? Oh, man, I still need to do that. Yes, for those of you who don't know, these are not my eyes looking at you right now. I am not using my real eyes. These are my real eyes. These are my fake eyes. And you can kind of always see because it's gotten better at adding a light brown to them. But you see the difference right there? Real eye, fake eye. Real eye, fake eye. Real eye, fake eye. I still need to do that video. Yeah, I've been like, you know what? I will try to my best to do that tomorrow if at all possible. To record that one because that one is it's just a fun video that you guys should know about. But essentially, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you can do this. This is the software that I'm literally using to film to you guys right now. So yeah, I will do a video for that for you guys. Let's see. How are you doing, Ricky? Any plans for tomorrow? Well, you know R. Rawson. Yes, as some of you guys know, I am into wrestling, so I will be going to WWE Raw tomorrow, their show that is in Anaheim, and I'm going to be taking my son for the first time to it, so I'm very happy about that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Expect photos and videos and all that kind of fun stuff from the event. All right. Also, we'll see how my zoom in does with the Samsung phone. So yeah, that'll be fun. All right. Let's see. Hey, Ricky, do you have AR glasses or Apple Vision Pro? Which you recommend more everyday, more practical use? Um, so in terms of AI glasses, right? I have they're on the chair over there, but one called Venture. And basically how those work is they are augmented reality, or XR is what most people use it. I know Apple calls it spatial audio, but really what there's VR and XR, right? VR is contained in a world that you're not seeing everything. AR is seeing something on top of the world, and XR is kind of like the blending of the two. If a product can do AR and VR, it's XR typically. So I have one called Virtue that was like a Kickstarter that I backed, and it was really good at the time for, especially for gaming. It had a much better quality screen for gaming, and I was like, oh, well, I can, put my Steam Deck that I had at the time on it, or anything like that, and it would be great. However, I I want real AR. And what I mean by that is I want AR glasses like the ones I saw at CES from TCL. I didn't upload the video because the demo did have issues and I thought it just made TCL look bad. But like the first 30 seconds was great and then it crashed. So it's just like, que sera. But it really was like that was something I was like, okay, this is great. It comes out in September, so obviously they're still gonna have some bugs. But when it was doing it. It was a real live translation. So the lady there was talking to me in Mandarin, and I would see it translated in front of my face. That to me is beneficial, and that is really amazing. AR or XR, but that's what I want. I want glasses. I don't want like that. I've had every VR that's come out, from HTC Vives to the latest HTC like goggles, more compact, small ones, to all the Oculuses, to then switching from Oculus to now Meta. I haven't tried the Meta Quest 3. I did try the Meta Quest Pro. But yeah, so and I have the Meta Quest 2. So I've used a lot of them. It's not there yet. It's not there yet, right? We need essentially PS5 level graphics to really blend into, while not being tethered to something, and we're not there yet. We're getting there, you know. Apple Vision Pro is a monumental achievement in terms of what it can do, but it also still shows us how far we are still back, right? Ideally, what it would have had was a lighter frame on the front, and it should have had the battery on the back to help mitigate that weight, and it would have been better. Apple was more aesthetically pleasing than anything else, like they always are, so they didn't really go the functional route. But yeah, so again, I don't really want to talk about the Vision Pro too much, because it's, for me, it's not appealing at all. So I'm more looking forward to actual AR glasses that reach the level that I want them to. They can last at least 5 hours of usage, if not more. I was even very interested in the Meta Ray-Bans until I found out they only record vertically. They don't record horizontally. If they would have recorded vertically, I probably would have, horizontally, I probably would have got them. Because I love my Soundcore. These were, some basic Bluetooth glasses, and I love these. Oh, whoa, we froze. Hey, if you guys can hear me, give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I know it's frozen. I hopefully can get back. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. If it stays frozen, maybe we'll switch over. Yep, still frozen. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. Sorry about that. I'm using a new Sony camera that I got. It will not be replacing the one I usually use, but I haven't set this one up top. It's a better quality, so I was like, why not use it today? But it is a higher quality. This is the first time I'm streaming 1080p 60, which is great, but it seems to be having issues with putting this quality this high. So yeah. All right. Let me get into the next question. A lot of people don't like the Pixel 2. Uh, yeah, 2-inch rectangular Cephally. I mean, no, it just needs to be able to. It just needs to be able to take a picture with the head tilt. That's all I need. Um, what's up with the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro? When they do come out, it'll probably be with the foldables. Oh, I was mentioning these glasses. So these are Bluetooth glasses that last about 8 hours, which I love. And every time it has my prescription in there, I love that. So I I I really wish Google or Samsung would get into this space and do something really competitive. But I don't know what's it going to take for them to get there. And maybe it's just the tech isn't there yet, and I'm okay to wait for it, as long as when we get there, it's good. Um, OnePlus pushing Samsung to do better. I think it is. I think more competition is always better for us. Um, what's a good case and screen protector for the S24 Ultra? So many to choose from, confusing me. Definitely have a couple of videos coming on the best cases. This one that I have rocking right now is from Torres. I can show you that one. Galaxy S24. Let me see. Dude. Okay. So this is the one I got. As you can see, it comes in like multiple different colors. But I like this one because it has a kickstand and it has MagSafe. So if you want either or, you get both of them and really good protection. So yeah, here's my affiliate link in the chat, so you can go buy it. I really like that one. The screen protector that I haven't put on yet on the new phone because long and short of it, I had a phone that Samsung gave me, sending that back, and then I bought the phone for myself. So for that one, I do recommend Whitestone. And they do have two different versions. The first one is okay. Oh, maybe it's one word actually. Whitestone. Dome. Okay. So I bought both of these. I do like the higher end quality one, but this one's cheaper and more affordable. So this one is the cheaper version. That's still good. I just find that sometimes I get a little bit more bubbles with this version compared to the original, but still good. Two for $20, and it is amazing quality. So that one's good. But if you want the best quality out there, just phenomenal. And I would say it still does better with the fingerprint scanner. Be this one, which is $40, and it still gives you two though. So yeah, there's everything. All right. Um, OpenAI ran by the Kingdom Hearts main character now. Keyblade upgrade. There you go. Um, I have some earbuds. When I put them in the case to charge, uh, one of them don't how I fix it. One of them doesn't charge. It's something to do with either the connectors or the device. Unfortunately, I've heard sometimes that happens. I remember it happened with one of my earbuds. I want to say it was either a Galaxy's or Clear brand, but I remember like one earbud just stopped working. And yeah, it just, 1 year manufacturer warranty would be the go-to thing I would tell you. And by the way, I know I've said this before, guys, but as a person that was a manager at a tech place for both Circuit City and Best Buy, always return it if you have an issue. Don't wait. Like, don't wait. I've had people tell me like, oh, like, oh yeah, it was not working since day one, and it's like 8 months later, and I'm like, I mean, dude, if it wasn't working since day one, and you brought it back, we wouldn't have a problem right now. But so yeah, I would say if it's under the 1 year manufacturer warranty, do it that way. If not, unfortunately, earbuds are such inexpensive commodity that I don't think it would be worth it to get it fixed through a manufacturer, which manufacturers can fix their products too, of course, for a cost. But I would say you're better off getting new earbuds instead of fixing them, unfortunately. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. You are on your Galaxy S24 Ultra. Rudy did use the translation to text that Samsung has to talk in Spanish. Says, Hola, soy me escribando en esto en mi Galaxy 24 Ultra. I am writing from my Galaxy S24 Ultra is the gist of it. Um, can't wait to play. Can't wait for AI to play video games so I can finally game. Right? Like have it do the commentary on. That is something that's going to happen. You realize that like AI can do the commentary on video games, so all you have to do is actually game, and it could be like talking trash or like making jokes and all that kind of stuff. Man, can you put the eye patch filter on? No, I can't. Hey, Rick, in your opinion, is the S24 Ultra the best phone out right now? Yeah, I would say it is. I would honestly say it's the best phone out right now. Yes, I feel like I can make that statement. Got my S24 Ultra in orange this week. Nice. Buds 2 Pro. Any click in the box trade in or old earbud set earphones. I don't think I got any paperwork to send them in. Just for my S22 Ultra that's going back. Um, I don't I don't think they can do an earbuds trade in, but you would have had to do that at point of sale, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think you can do that afterward. And unfortunately, on Samsung's website, if you got it through Samsung, they have told me they literally have to return it. They can't change anything with the existing purchase when it comes to trade-ins or anything like that. So unless that's changed, that's what I've heard before. Do you think Samsung is going to put out any Bud Live 2? Still using the original Buds. I don't like any others in my ear. No, unfortunately. Those were not received well, unfortunately, so I don't think they're gonna make new ones. What do you think about the Xbox situation? I mean, I don't want to say I told you so, but yeah, I don't know. It sucks because I am a fan of what Xbox did for competition and with Game Pass. Like, I'm a fan of that. What I've always said though was, for me, I wanted single player games with great story. Sony gave me that. Like, it's not even a question, they gave me that. Right? So yeah, it is something that I will say that, like, it's that. And for those of you who don't know, Xbox is essentially starting to give some of their exclusives to PlayStation and Nintendo. Mainly PlayStation, because Nintendo can't keep up with the higher quality ones. So yeah, a lot of people are saying this could be the end of Xbox. Xbox is saying this is not the end of us. There's no chance and all this stuff and all that. But it's like, if you spent all this money to get all of these different companies, and now you're not going to make them exclusive, why would I buy your console? Right? Is the idea behind it. I think Xbox, no matter what, will make another console generation. I do believe that. I do believe that, even Sony has said this is at the end of its life cycle now, or towards the later part of its life cycle. So I do believe that in 2025, we're going to get a new Switch. So we're going to get a Switch Pro, Switch 2, Super Nintendo Switch, Super Nintendo Switch, I think would be great. Such a great name. SNES, like, again, that's but the thing I will say is that I see Xbox and PlayStation having a new generation console by 2026. Now, I'm not sure if they'll try to match PlayStation, or sorry, try to match Nintendo. And so Nintendo's supposed to come out around March of next year, right? That's what we keep hearing. It's around March of next year, the new Nintendo Switch. So I'm not sure if then, okay, maybe what we'll get is that'll come in March, and maybe Xbox could come in November or October, and then PlayStation could come the following year. Could be. But I don't know. I don't know. I would find it curious, almost, if not interesting, if Xbox got a full year before PlayStation. Like, if Xbox came out at the end of 2025 with a new console, and PlayStation didn't come out till 2026, could Xbox have a great lead? Would PlayStation allow it? Would PlayStation... this is what I could see PlayStation doing. Xbox, like, says in June, we're releasing our new console this holiday season, right? And say if they say November, we're releasing it in November. October, Sony's like, we're releasing our console next year, and it's going to trounce this one. And then it's like, what do you do? Do you buy the Xbox still? Does Xbox see these huge sales because it's 1 year ahead of PlayStation, and it will be better quality for PlayStation for a full year? I think that would be really cool. But yeah, we'll see. Um, yeah. All right. But yeah, that's my kind of views on Xbox. It kind of sucks. I've never, I unfortunately am part of the problem for Xbox. Right. I've never bought an Xbox because I had a gaming PC and I could just play all the Xbox games on my PC. I can even play PlayStation games on my PC, like Final Fantasy, like God of War, through Steam. So I never, like, for me, while both solutions are available, Xbox brings their games a lot quicker, whereas PlayStation doesn't bring their games to PC for like 2 years. Like Spider Man 2 is not on the PC. It probably won't be on the PC till next year when it's had its, more than year and a half to 2 years life cycle. So yeah, that would be my recommendation on it. Any info on the Buds 3 Pro? What's new? Nothing really much. It's just gonna be that I'm gonna see that it's gonna be with the foldables. That's all I know so far. Once we hear more information, I'll let you know. I'm late to the show. Damn, watch the replay for sure. Thank you. Hopefully, watch it. Is there a way to change my Meet ringtone so it's different notifications on the tone on the S23 Ultra? That would be having to do with Google Meet, which I always have my phone on vibrate, so I never even noticed the notification setting. Um, Unfortunately, it just looks like you can, choose to get a notification or not. It does not look like you can actually customize um, the notification itself. So no, I would say. Just looking at Google Meet real quick. Will you be getting an early? Will you be getting up early to watch Elimination Chamber, or will you be catching the replay later on? I will be catching the replay later on. Ain't no way I'm waking up at like what 2 a.m. I mean, I might as well stay up for 2 a.m., but I'm not gonna wake up at 2 a.m. No. I got the Poetic Guardian, my third phone in a row with it. It has MagSafe kickstand and camera lens. Nice. God, I remember Poetic was like one of the first like tablet cases I was using, but I haven't used them since then. They were always like great for like kids stuff too, like kids durability. Like when I knew that stuff was going to go down with it, like that was the one to get. Okay, so yeah, they have a lot of different cases. Let's see, Galaxy S24 Ultra. Got it. So yeah, they have ones with MagSafe now. They have a couple of different styles actually. Nice. Yeah, these are pretty good. Um, they have a glass one. So yeah, really cool. All right. I think that's everything, guys. I will call it a night. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry I missed a couple weeks. But yeah, just getting a new job and all of that kind of stuff. Really amazing future in that. Like, and I'll announce it once I'm day one at the job. I will announce what the job is, and let's just say it has some pretty interesting implementations. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like, thumbs up before you head out. And yes, there will be more content coming out this week, so make sure to stay tuned for all of that. Make sure to hit that bell so you get notified when that content drops. Thank you again. This has been RCKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Also, follow us on social media at YouTube Tech Guy